Well, good morning, everybody. This is Dr. Tom Schlueter with today's Tom's Take. And as I promised yesterday, it's time to return to another word by Lana Vawser, good friend from Australia, a very powerful prophet that has spoken many times into the nation and into our state of Texas. This word was given in June of 2021. It's entitled, "There is a battle going on over Texas, but the voice of the Lord is thundering." As we entered into Texas yesterday, the Lord began showing me things going on in the Spirit over Texas. As I have sought the Lord regarding what I had seen, this word came forth. I had a vision, and I saw a large satanic star over the state of Texas. Straightway, the sense surrounded me of an intense attack of witchcraft over the state to hinder what God is doing and about to release. I watched as this satanic star seemed to have tentacles that were spreading throughout Texas, and I knew that these tentacles were looking for areas brimming with the vision of God, to bring a blinding to that vision that God is releasing. There was such an intense battle going on in the Spirit over Texas, and the witchcraft felt heavy when all of a sudden I heard the Lord's voice thunder, and she capitalized thunder. Texas, you are coming into your greatest days of vision. Texas, you are coming into your greatest days of birthing some of the greatest prayer movements that have ever been birthed in the United States of America. I watched as these tentacles moved rapidly throughout Texas, and their aim was to bring deception and to hinder the birthing of a mighty move of God. Suddenly there was the sound of a loud thunderstorm in the Spirit. It was so loud that it felt like everything shook. It was the thundering of God. I watched the heavens open, and suddenly the fire of God began to fall upon the state of Texas rapidly. Oh, that you would rend the heavens and come down, that the mountains would tremble before you. From Isaiah 64, verse 1. The voice of the Lord thundered. The enemy has been fighting hard to stop the birthing that I am now bringing forth. But I decree that my fire is falling upon prayer lives, prayer movements, prayer lines, that is going to not only demolish and destroy this major attack of witchcraft over the state, but it's going to usher in the greatest prayer revivals and outpouring of my Spirit that Texas has ever seen. My fire is about to fall in such power in prayer lives, in prayer lines and movements, unlike anything that has been seen before. There's going to be such a significant activation and impartation released from heaven over my people in Texas that the delay that has been attempting to hold my plans and purposes back in Texas will suddenly be broken. There will be a mighty shift in Texas where there will be visible manifestations of my power that are off the grid, never seen before. As the decrees of my heart and my mouth go forth and are birthed through my people's prayer and intercession, there will be an acceleration that will be released in Texas in the manifestation of what I have decreed. Witchcraft is attempting to confuse and to blind, but I am decreeing that this will be the greatest demonstrated shift of the breaking of the stronghold over Texas, that it will be branded with the vision of heaven as my people move into their greatest awakening and revelation of my heavenly strategy and vision. So much of what I have planned for Texas has been held back by this stronghold, but I am decreeing that the day of the Lord is upon Texas. I am rending the heavens, and I am coming down. Now, 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 there will be an acceleration of the mighty outpouring of my Spirit and revival. There shall be no more delay, but rapid release. In the fire that is going to fall on prayer lives, lines, and movements, there will be mighty encounters, visitations, and the breaking of complacency and slumber. That all-night prayer meetings will begin to break out all over Texas. My people will rise up in greater ways as my fire increases hunger in exponential ways to see revival burst forth. My people in Texas have been in transition and preparation for what I'm about to release. There has been a mighty shaking, there has been a mighty preparation, and a mighty battle. But now I am decreeing that there shall be a mighty, historic birthing of prayer in Texas that will bring rapid, accelerated change. Wow. Several things in there continue to surge in me spiritually when she emphasized many times a birthing that will take place. We are in that birthing season. She then also emphasized and re-emphasized the word now. You might recall that back in August, I kept on hearing the Lord saying, now is the time. I was talking about this up in St. Louis at a tribunal meeting, East St. Louis, I should say, at a tribunal meeting this last weekend. And I was joking about, because a lot of times when you hear the word now, you have to kind of wonder, Lord, what is your definition of now and what is my definition of now? Because many times we hear a prophetic word and it speaks of now and it hasn't quite happened yet. Well, let me remind you that this word here is almost 4 years old. Just as the words that were spoken by Chuck Pierce and Dutch Sheets over our state back in 2003, 21 plus years ago. Maybe words that were spoken decades ago, that God said there is going to come a season when I will demonstrate a mighty, rapid, accelerated pace of prayer and outpouring with my thunderous voice, which will dismantle the witchcraft, beguiling spirit that has been over the state, trying to keep with its tentacles from us moving ahead. But I believe that we have now reached the now season. The now time when God says, watch how I dismantle the structures of darkness and release the state and the states of this nation. Because I told you that we're in a season where the Lord says, if you will now focus as a state on coming alongside, being a helper, a humble and servant helper to the rest of the nation, then I'll take care of Texas, and we will see the birthing of a nation. We have arrived at that moment. I am so grateful for all the powerful intercessions that have been done over this state and from this state over the nation that are now coming into powerful fruition in this season. Keep it up, y'all. Keep on pressing in. We're going to witness reformation, an awakening, a birthing of a nation. But we must continue to intimately, passionately seek the face of the Lord and bring forth what He is wanting us to release into the atmosphere of this nation and the states in which we live. Let's get busy. Let's keep up the good work. Again, I want to invite you, the pre-registration for our gathering, February 20 through 22nd at Glory of Zion. Again, you can go to gloryofzion.org events and find it. The pre-registration ends late on this Wednesday night. But you can still come anytime you want after that, but you'll simply have to register at the desk as you're coming into the building. So I hope that you will join us, especially if you're from other states. We're about ready to see a now word being fulfilled. Thank you again for being with me, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Blessings.